I'm confused. Are these the same thing? Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jacqueline, and in today's video I have something from our darling Charlotte Tilbury. Yes, she just dropped her Stone Rose Beauty Instant Look in a palette, and I have it right here. So we're gonna go through my review, application, swatches, and I also pick up the Kissing Stone Rose lipstick, which is the inspiration for this palette. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider to subscribe to my channel and ring the post notification bell so you get to know whenever I upload new videos. Also, come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know more about this new Instant Look in a palette, also if you want to see comparisons with her Holiday Instant Look in a palette, as well as the Film Star and Bronze palette, then just keep on watching. Honestly, I wasn't going to get it, but you know when you find yourself just at what, 3 o'clock in the morning, just browsing for no reason on your Instagram, and continuously you see these pictures, promo pictures, like raining at you. That's what happened to me. But darling Charlotte, she has to attract me somehow. So anyhow, I got the Stone Rose Beauty Instant Look in a palette. So here's the box, beautiful box with the roses, very romantic. I don't know why, but I think she maybe could have just waited for launching this during Valentine's. I mean, it looks super pretty, like, you know, like a bouquet of roses. Very pretty packaging. And this palette right here costs $75. Now, there is an existing lipstick called Stone Rose, and from which this Instant Look in a palette got inspired for, because it's one of the best-selling lipsticks, and I happen to do not have it in my collection. So she does have a bundle of this palette right here with the lipstick. So the lipstick regular price is $34, but if you were to buy the bundle, all of these cost $103, so you save $6. It's not a lot, but it's something. So I went ahead and cave in and purchased also the Stone Rose lipstick, and this is in the Kissing formula, so it's kind of like her satin type of formula, which I like. I do like her Matte Revolution, but I like the Kissing formula more. So I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna like it, and add it to my collection. Oh dear Lord. So I got both of these again in a set. They have it as a bundle, $103, otherwise separate is $75, and this right here will be $34. Okay friends, so do you want to take a peek of how it looks inside? I wish though that she would have done something different for the cover of the palette, but I mean, it's her typical, her classic Instant Look in a palette like this. So very pretty, Charlotte Tilbury. Her packaging is very luxurious, very beautiful, and let's just take a peek of how it looks on the inside. It's not super pinky, not super rosy. I mean, there is a balance. I think there is a balance right here. And then let me show you the lipstick too. So again, the lipstick, I wish she could have done again something a little bit like, I don't know, a different type of bullet just to go with the collection, but she kept it the same. So this is her traditional lipstick, and then you have the Charlotte Tilbury logo right there, and the shade is a very nice neutral type of shade. It's not, it doesn't seem too pink in the bullet. It mostly seems even a little bit more in the warmer side, so we will see when I swatch it and I try it. Okay friends, and then when I'm done trying this palette, I'm gonna go ahead and compare it with the Instant Look in a palette in Gorgeous Glowing Beauty, which is her limited edition for the holidays, or at least for these holidays. I don't know nowadays what is limited edition or not, because it seems like certain brands, I'm not saying Charlotte Tilbury, but certain brands, they just don't take it as serious as we consumers take it, because we consumers, sometimes we go with this FOMO situation that, you know, like the fear of missing out, and we buy it just for buying it, and then it becomes permanent. So I don't know if this will be permanent or not, but I'm uploading this video like as fast as I could, because I know this, you may be like in the edge of buying this one, and then this just came out, and which one to pick, right? For the holidays, if you're thinking for a present for yourself or for a family member, I don't know. In fact, I placed the order, like I said, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Yeah, well, yesterday, Friday, and today is Saturday, and I received it. Anyhow, I'm gonna stop rambling right here, and we're gonna go ahead and try this product. So I have only foundation and concealer on under my eyes and then on my eyelids, and I have set it just a little with a little bit of setting powder. Okay, so let me just get you a little bit closer so that you can see how the application goes and how the shades look on my skin. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I do have a light to medium skin tone. Most of the times for foundations I use neutral undertones, but I have a little bit more of that golden undertone. I'm Latina girl, and I get bronzed up really fast too. I do have freckles and hyperpigmentation, so just for your consideration, and I'm drawn to pink and purple tones, if you want to know. Okay, let me get you a little bit closer. And we're going to start with a face. So I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer. Now, on the description of the bronzer, it says that this is the formulation of her Film Star bronze palette, and I think that's the part that attracted me the most about this palette right here, because I just bought it like 2 months ago, the Film Star bronze palette, and I fell in love with it. The formulation, it's amazing. So if you go to check the description of this palette right here, it doesn't say that it's that type of formulation, but if you go to check the description of the STONED Rose Beauty Instant Look in a palette, you will see that it says that these right here, the bronzer, is that formula, and that's what it was like. Ooh, I want it. I want it even more. And basically, I'm talking about this palette right here. This is a limited edition palette for the holidays, but this is the bronzer that I haven't been, able to put down. As you can see, I already erased whatever is that right there. I think it's at a scoop. So anyhow, if it's the same formula, interesting. And then we're going to be doing swatches to compare the shades too. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this friend right here, and I'm using my Sonia G Face Pro brush. Interesting, this bronzer right here, it does have a little bit of like a pink warm base. And what I'm noticing too is that this bronzer is not completely matte. It's not glowy either, but it's not matte. It does have a little bit of like, you cannot see it in the palette, but a little bit of like a satin type of finish. So it's gonna give you more dimension to your makeup look. So do you see right there? It's kind of like a sun-kissed type of shade. So you have here the Swish and Pop lashes, which are pinky. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of the switch first. Ooh, okay, that I wasn't expecting that. It's a lot of pigmentation. All right. Okay, we will make it even on the other side, I guess. Oh Lord, there's a little too much here. That's my idea. Maybe it's okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, and then we're gonna use just a little bit of the pop one, and basically it's just a pop. I'm gonna start right here because I don't want to overdo it. Oh, okay, it's a super pretty shade. Okay, very rosy. And then with whatever is remaining, I'm just gonna do a little bit on my nose. Alright, and now let's try the highlighter, which is this shade right here. And I'm using my Sonia G Mini Cheek. very nice subtle, it's kind of like a pearlized champagne tone. So you will not overdo it with these. It's very soft. Okay. Alright my friends, and now let me get you closer so we can do the eye look. I just dig my nail on the highlighter. Right there. Full on nail. Oh Lord. Okay, that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, let me just go ahead and use my Sonia G Jumbo Blender. And we're gonna go first with number 1. And that's the way that kind of like Charlotte Tilbury creates her eyeshadow palettes. So she puts number 1 for brightening, number 2 to enhance, number 3 to smoke. And then on this instant look in a palette, you go number 4 for bronze. Then you have number 5 for swish, number 6 for pop, and then number 7 for highlight. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna go first to number 1. And basically the way that Charlotte suggests is to just put it all over the eyelid. Now I'm gonna go to the shade Enhance number 2, and I'm using my classic crease from Sonia G. And I'm just gonna take it right here on my outer V, and then I'm just gonna switch it a little right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use the mini booster, and I'm gonna go to smoke. And I'm just gonna take it right here on my outer V. And I'm gonna deepen out just a little bit the crease. Sonia G Flat Definer and number 2. And I'm just gonna take it on my lower lash line. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna go into smoke. And I'm just gonna put it right here on the lower corner. Just marrying the 2 shades. And I'm gonna go to the shade number 1. And I'm just gonna put it in the middle of my eyelid. Sonia G Soft Shader Brush. Refer 3 brush, and I'm just gonna go into the highlighter. And I'm gonna use it for my inner corner as well as my brow bone. Okay my friends, so I just put a little bit of mascara, and I also put a little bit on my waterline of this Marc Jacobs gel liner in the shade Rococoa. This is kind of like my favorite one right now, and that was it. So my eyes are done, and now I'm gonna go ahead and try the lipstick. So here you go. Okay, the lipstick up close. So it's a little bit more of like a warmer tone. And by the way, I line my lips just a little bit with a Pat McGrath Done and Done lip liner, just on that perimeter. This is a really nice warm shade. Definitely is not pink. It has a little bit more of like a orange warm undertone to it. Really unexpected stone rose. Okay friends, so now let's go into comparisons and swatches. So I think the first thing that I want to do, because it states on the description of this palette, is that this shade right here is the same formula as the one from the Film Star and Bronze palette. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it. Now it says the same formula, but it doesn't say the same shade. But I just want to give you a little bit of a swatch right here. So here you go. This is from Stone Rose, and this is from Film Star. So Film Star is definitely cooler, softer. Stone Rose, it has a little bit of warmth. It's still in the neutrals. It's not too rosy, but it has again that sun-kissed type of look. Okay, now let's go into comparisons between these two palettes right here. And the way I'm gonna do it is first I'm gonna go ahead and do the eye section. So top row is gonna be Stone Rose, and bottom row it will be the Instant Look in a Palette Gorgeous Glowing Beauty, again for this holiday 2019. Bottom row again is the holiday edition. So definitely the holiday edition, it goes a little bit more deeper. It has a little bit more of like a mauvey type of undertone on the actual eyeshadows, while the one from Stone Rose, it actually has that warmer type of undertone, kind of like the lipstick itself. It's a little bit more warm. So for the bronzers, here it is Stone Rose, and then here is from the holiday palette. Now let's swatch the blushes. So I'm gonna go first with 5 and then 6, and then again top will be a Stone Rose, and then bottom swatch will be for the holiday palette. Cheek Switch, Cheek Pop. Cheek Switch for holiday, and Cheek Pop for holiday. So definitely this one right here, this shade right here from this palette, it's a little bit more of like a highlighter with a pink tone. It has more of that highlighting property, and this right here, it is not, it's a cooler pink. This one right here has a warm pink tone, the stone one. And last will be the highlighter. So let's do highlighters right here. Stone Rose highlighter and holiday highlighter. Again, the one from Stone Rose, we see that warmth to it, and then the one from the holiday, it's a little bit of, shouldn't say cooler, but neutral highlighter. But the undertones are actually very, very similar. So honestly, in person, there's not a lot of difference. The difference is just so minimal that you may not be able to tell. I'm also going to swatch this highlighter right here with this highlighter in the palette. Top is that Film Star and Bronze, and bottom Rose Stone. I mean, so hard to see, not much of a difference at all. A little bit warmer on the the Stone Rose Beauty palette. It's a little bit warmer, but so subtle. Okay, and then I'm gonna be swatching to the lipstick now that I have you here. So I just clean my arm. I'm gonna do here Stone Rose. It's really warm. I wanna compare it with Angel Alessandra, is one of her hot lips. This is also a warm corally tone. And then I do have here Karina's Star. She comes like this. And Karina's Star also have a warm tone to it, but it's not as, this one right here has more depth, like more bronzy. Karina's Star is not, I mean, against these two, it turns more pink. And then I do have Dance Floor Princess, which it doesn't have anything to do with these tones, but just like Karina's Star, I want you to kind of like see the different tones, because the rose factor in here can be a little bit misleading into, okay, this is very pinky. So this one is a pink shade. Again, this is Dance Floor Princess. Another thing that I wanted to note about the eyeshadows is that the only matte shade right here is this. All these two right here are more like a satin shade, and that's by nature with Charlotte Tilbury. Eyeshadows are Mostly they have a little bit of, not glitter, but just a sheen to it, which honestly is complementing to the skin. Sometimes people are afraid to use it. I have hooded eyes and I have a lot of folds, and I find that these eyeshadows, they are so complementing to my skin. Okay friends, I think that's it for the comparisons, and now let's go into my final thoughts. So honestly, I'm impressed with this palette because it gave me a look that I feel that it's more of like again, going into the spring, summer type of look, a little bit warmer. And although for this side of the hemisphere and for this, you know, for United States and Europe right now is winter time, but there's a lot of people like they are traveling to warmer areas, you know, to different islands, or they are going to South America too because it's summer over there. So I think Charlotte Tilbury, as just as many other brands that I have seen lately, they are having their holiday collections, like one for like the areas that they are cooler, and one that they don't perhaps say that it's a holiday, but they are launching something that is a little bit more warmer tone. Because even like the way that I feel right now, it is my face, it ended up looking like I have like a sun-kissed type of, you know, look, like if I had been a little bit outside under the sun, and just, you know, my cheeks have some color, even my eyes, they look a little bit more, there's nothing rosy in here, to be honest with you. It is truly a inspiration palette from this lipstick right here. Truly it is. I mean, the only rosiness that you see is on these shades right here of blush, but that's pretty much it. So it's very interesting how brands are catering in that way. I have been loving, for example, these Guerlain Meteorites, and it gives you again that sun-kissed look, very unexpected for our holidays here in the United States, Canada, and Europe. So I think the palette is not extremely different, but yet it's different from this holiday collection. This will give you a little bit more of that true pinky look. Your bronzer is not gonna be a sun-kissed bronzer, it's gonna be just natural bronze up face. It's not gonna be, it doesn't have the warmth of this palette. So I think there is some difference right here. Same thing with the blushes. The only thing that I don't find very different will be the highlighter, but that's kind of like the minimal thing. In a way, I was going to be like, you know, this palette is just gonna be again very repetitive, because that's how we're kind of looking right now to Charlotte Tilbury. A lot of her new releases have been very repetitive. In fact, there has been an eyeshadow palette. I think it comes with 6 eyeshadows. I'm gonna put a picture right here that I actually did a video saying why I was not going to purchase it, but then for some reason I deleted it from my memory card without noticing. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be, you know, I'm not gonna upload it again. There's no reason for it. But basically what I was saying on that video, it is that we are receiving so many repetitive shades. I mean, between there are repetitive shades on that palette. If you have this palette right here from last year holiday, you will have it, you know, you will have that palette. And then there's, I think, from Bella Sofia, which I do have right here too. There's some shades right there from there. So it is like, why this, you know, repetitive thing going on and on again? I mean, I think Charlotte Tilbury, you know, her brand is built a certain way that we kind of like expect something, but I know she's coming with 2 quads that are going to be very unexpected. One is going to be a green and one is going to be a blue one. So I'm really keeping my eyes peeled for it. And then again, she's coming out with another limited edition, or I don't know if it's going to be limited edition, but it's going to be one of these palettes right here, like these in Pillow Talk. So again, kind of like recycling the same type of shades. Don't know if it's necessary, mostly if you are a collector of Charlotte Tilbury, or if you just love the brand but you want to see variety. I don't know. it's right there. But anyhow, going back to this palette, I personally really like it. I'm happy that I added on my collection. This is you know, my second instant look in a palette, and it's different from this one. This gives me a little bit more of that look, you know, evening look, not being smoky obviously, but a little bit more evening look. And this one give me that sun-kissed look, and it's all in one palette. So if you're going for traveling, if you're gonna go off seas and maybe going to a tropical area, maybe you're gonna like to have this palette because it's all in one, and it actually gives you that warmth to your face, you know, but it's very like natural, very innocent type of look. I don't know if to describe as innocent, but you know, like that very feminine look. And honestly, do not be deceived with, oh, it's gonna be really pinky, because it's not. I know, like saying rose and having roses right here, you may feel like, oh, it's gonna be pink. It's not. It's kind of like a vintage pink, or even like when you put upside down rose, you know, and dyes, and it's just, you know, that shade of like between the rosiness and orange shade. That shade. I'm not saying you will look that, obviously not, don't take it that way. But anyhow, I enjoy this palette, and I will say, if you're considering one or the other, it will depend. If you want something warm, go with the Stone Rose. If you like, I wouldn't say cooler tones, but more neutral and true pink shades, then go with the Holiday palette. But either way, you will not go wrong. The bronzer applied seamlessly. I think, yes, it is the same formula as the Film Star bronze palette right here, because it applies super well. I mean, not that anything else from Charlotte doesn't, but it actually applies super well. It's very nicely, you know, easy to blend formulation. And same thing with the highlighter. It doesn't emphasize texture. I do have texture in that area, and it really looks like a glow from within. The only thing is, like, since she's coming with this kind of like either limited edition or special or inspired by, I wish she could change a little bit the packaging. Sorry, all my fingerprints, but you know, if she would have done something like this here, embossed, or you know, using kind of like this kind of graphic, but for the actual palette, that could have been fun and different, and you know, again, rendering a little bit more homage to this lipstick that was the true inspiration of it, and just carry on with the design right here. That will be the only, you know, like feedback right there from a consumer. Okay, my friends, so I think this is it for this video. I hope that you really enjoy it. Thank you so much for all your time, for being here. I love to read your comments, so please leave your comments down below. And while you're at it, take the opportunity, don't miss it out. You don't want to miss any of my content, so therefore you just need to subscribe to my channel. So press that subscribe button and ring the post notification bell, because that's the only way that you will know whenever I upload new videos. And believe me, you don't want to miss any of those notifications from YouTube, because then you will be missing so much great content that I have here for you. So thank you so much again for watching. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with somebody else that may like this type of video, whether they are Charlotte Tilbury lovers or just people that they just love makeup overall and beauty. Let's grow our family, and about growing our family, come and follow me on my Instagram. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.